All right. Hopefully, you guys can hear me. So for the new players, too, I'm going to repeat the number system. We see our goalie is number one. We have a center back, which is the bane of the center. Usually, it's teams with four defender system. They play with 2 5s or 1 4, 1 5. Five is usually the deepest defender, and the fours are usually the stopper. They can step to mark up players. And they are also there's more. All right, so we play with five, that is deeper player, the deeper center back, and the other ones are a little bit of a stopper, and they mark up more. They leave the five usually unmarked, so it can be the last option in our defensive line. So it's critical that we are communicating to each other, the three center backs, but number one communicator should be the keeper and the five in the center. Five in the center should be deeper than the other two. It should never be in a flat line like this. He should be deeper. So if a player on the outside, this one or that one gets beat, five should be going. You do not want to run after this player. Once you get beat, you want to be covering the player. And this player needs to be covering the player. So you guys need to make sure that you know when you get beat and do not follow the player. Let the deep center back go after that player so you can cover each other better. Okay? So if this, again, it's critical. If this player is about to beat a center back, you don't want to be in a flat line, because if this player gets beat in this flat line, he beats the whole defensive line. So once you have an outside center back, one-on-one with a player, this player should be going deep and waiting for this player to get beat, and this player should be coming in here, and this follow, and this should be here, so we can be compact. Okay, I want to make sure you guys understand. The moment we're flat, the player beats one player, he beats the whole defensive line. Do not want that. I want to make sure the five is always deeper than the other two center backs, which is 2 4. Three center backs, they're all central. Remember, this is not a left back. It's not a left wing back. It's a left center back, right center back. Okay. Critical thing is we play with two number sixes. They cannot be in a flat line either. If the ball is coming from this player, six needs to step. The other six needs to come back to you. Man mark, cover the central area. When the pass goes to here, you can easily step that player, and the other one needs to be coming back. That movement. Deep. This one steps. This one covers right away, and more compact on the outside. Let them have the space. Let them have the space on the outsides. Do not let them have the space in these areas right here. These are the most important things, so we do not give them space in the central areas. So we have two number 10s. We have two number 10s in the central areas. Sometimes our coaches make a mistake too, explaining as left forward and right forward. These are really central attacking midfielders, but one of them close to the right side, one of them close to the left. So number 10 on the right side, number 10 on the left side. So they should always start from the central position. So it's a lot easier to close the gap right here in the pressure areas. So what are we talking about? So let's just say the center back has the ball here. Number 9 will step to them. Number 10 will step here. This triangle comes in here like this. So lead the players to outside. One of the sixes need to step here. One of the sixes here. We are compact here. We want to lead them outside. If the ball goes to this player, this is when the left center forward, which is the left number 10 too, right here slides. See what was happening right here is number 9 is going to go to the gap where they will drop the ball. And number 10 on the other side needs to cut in here. the gap. So when a 6 comes in to check in, we'll be here. We do not want this guy to step up there unless you are really far behind right here, and you shouldn't be. If you stay in the central area, this should be really easy to steal the ball for us. Now, in this scenario, you can have this guy a little bit higher. It's fine. Because if we see a cheat moment, when we say cheat, opposite side, one wing back steps all the way between the players, and center back on the opposite side steps to between the players. So we actually kind of catch them off guard when they all try to open the game to the other side. We actually steal the ball. We might even be one-on-one with the keeper if this player's first touch is good space, and it's going to cause problems for the other team. It is critical when the right back has the ball, our outside left side number 10 is taking charge of this player. So if you get feet, we want him to follow this player. I don't want our wing back to step to this player. We want the wing back to stay with his mark. So if anybody there's an iPhone, I cannot allow an iPhone. You have to come in with a name, guys. Sorry, I'm going to remove that.
Yeah.
Please. Everybody mute, please. Okay. So if this player is dribbling, right back is your job to follow. Okay. Let's go back here. Points. So number 10 should be covering this area when they're moving in, and number 9 should be staying as well as this player moving that way. Number 9 should be cutting that pass. Make them go somewhere else. Okay. So it's critical that we need to make sure that we create the triangles to cut the passes to the central areas so they do not get out easily. A lot of times our forwards are lazy. So they come like they slide, but they slide to here and they allow the player to have the center area, and this is where every attack will start. But if he's actually doing his job and slide to this area, it's going to be really tough for them to see a short pass. So it's critical. Please mute yourself. So I want to make sure that you guys understand this critical. Create this triangle right here. Okay, and there's a triangle going to be right here as well. And there's a triangle right here. Okay, if the ball goes to the other side, let's just say right here, we're going to do the same exact triangle. So because they opened the game successfully and we didn't cheat, let's just say, this player does need to step point, and number 6 should become this, the wing back there. And this number 6 should be sliding here. And number 10 should be the close player, should be the other center mid. Okay. And you guys going to slide, and this number 9 is going to be sliding as quick as you can. So we should be looking like this when the ball comes back here. So different numbers do different jobs, but we still try to create the triangle, which is going to be either with this guy or that guy, whoever steps to that. So we are creating the triangle. But if this player is here, you're going to kind of sneak to here and right here. And if you see this opportunity, guys can kind of check in between those or that one and steal the ball on the opposite side. So the wing backs, when the ball is all the way here, they do not need to mark opposite side. I guess you cannot understand. Mute yourself. I'll take care of it for you. All right. So we want to make sure that we create this triangle, and opposite side does not stuck with here. If the ball is all the way here, you want the outside wing back to come in and check in more central like a center mid. We want to make sure we cover the central areas and not give them any easy opportunity here. We can let them have this space right here, and we can reshape ourselves here, and they will not see a central position again. Critical thing is bringing more numbers in the central area so you can lead the players outside. And it's really critical that we understand that That's the way that we're going to be playing. And if you do this right, you can beat teams who are 10 times better than you, and you will surprise a lot of teams. And we've done it this year already. We've done it in the past before already. So it's critical that you guys understand this. Critical to make sure get those triangles done. Okay. So I'll take questions now. And if one of the coaches, I will unmute. Jeff, are you available to read? I'll just unmute you right now.
Yeah, I'm here.
Are you available to read it though? Are you driving?
No, I'm not driving. No, I can try to. I'm on my phone, but I can try to see messages. I'll look for the chat.
Okay, guys, ask questions about anything that you want to know about the system, and we're going to be covering something else in a bit. So, kind of talk about what we are covering right now. Remember, this is how our starting shape is: 3 center backs, wing back on the left, wing back on the right, 2 number 10s, 2 number 6s. If the ball is on the side, the opposite side needs to be deeper. Again, that's a critical thing to hear. If the ball is here, this number 6 should be a little bit higher, and the other one should be coming to the central and deeper than him. You do not want your sentiments to stay like this when the ball is on the opposite side. Coaches, if you have anything to say, ask. Please ask it as well. By the way, if the ball is here, number 10 should be coming in here, and number 3 should be coming in. We really crowd this area right here. They do not see an easy option. So a question might come, this guy is dribbling, right? And usually this is how we set up, right? Number 10 needs to go step to him. Number 9 should be cutting this pass to drop. And number 10 should be coming and cutting this pass area. And one of the 6s step there. And 3 is ready to cheat on the opposite side. So what if the number 10 is lazy, or 9 is lazy, and this player is dribbling? Do we step to this player from the outside wing back? This is a lot of times, this is what we do. We do not step to this player and leave this player alone. This is not the guy to step. He stays with his mark, or she stays with his mark. And either, hopefully number 6 here, number 6 there, one of the number 6s can step to this player, the other one comes back to center. Or if worst case scenario, if they're like way behind and nobody's stepping and this guy is dribbling, or this guy is dribbling to this space, number 4 needs to step. Do not let this guy go. And it's going to make us a lot worse. So when this guy steps, we can cover this area and we can stay compact. I want to make sure that the wing backs have this simple role of marking their last man. Whoever closer to our goal, stay with that mark. Even if this guy is dribbling here, somebody else needs to step to them. If you step, it's going to be easy for them to pass here and go. And because we are playing 3 center backs, it's going to put us in position. It's critical that you understand. You stay with your mark, and we let somebody else, one of the 6s, step. That's ideal. Okay. I am not seeing any questions. Worst thing in human nature, guys, thinking you know it all. I have to go to a lot of schooling for coaching to be able to get to where I am, and I still want more knowledge. And I'm trying to pass it on to you guys, and it's embarrassing for you to think that you know it all, that you don't have a question. I am embarrassed for you in that case. Ask question, and I will answer it. All right, Jeff got muted again. So, has to unmute.
Okay, Dodgy. Yeah, I was gonna say if you could circle on the field that area that we want our wing backs to really defend, which is outside the 18 all the way to the end line, so that our center backs don't have to leave the center. That's a critical thing to keep our defensive shape.
They need to
Yeah,
be
solid.
covering this whole area. Need to be coming back. So the wing back stays with this guy. Is gonna keep the center back going this way instead of going that way.
Right.
Keep it unmuted because I gotta unmute you every time. Just okay. Any questions, guys?
Question 433 is the main formation. No.
Who's asking that one?
Leonardo.
We played 3-4-3. We've been playing 3-4-3.
Yes.
So maybe you came in late because we explained this. 3 center backs, 2 number 6s, 2 wing backs, and 3 offense players, 2 number 10s, and 1 number 9. One closer to right, one closer to left. And in some moments, we change it to 3-5-2. When we do that, we play with 1 number 10 and 2 number 9s like this. We crowd the center area. But if you play this, these forwards need to be moving together 15, 20 yards from each other so they can connect better and allows the other side, opposite side wing back to have space as well. So we can play that 3-5-2 if these two constantly moving and very mobile forwards. Three, 5-2 and 3-4-3 is what we play. And it can beat players, teams who are much better than you because you contain the center. You're outnumbering people in the central areas. All right, Hamoud messaged me privately asking why I don't think the 4-back system doesn't work. It doesn't mean it doesn't work. I choose 3-back system because we outnumber people in the midfield area if you do it right. So, and I don't know if you realize, people look at me crazy in the first 10 years I've been coaching 3-back system. And in the last 10 years, all the World Cup Champions League teams has been playing with 3-back systems. It works. Especially when you are the smaller team, when teams are playing, they even won the Champions League with 3-back system. They won the English Premier League with 3-back system, German League 3-back system. 3-back system is good if you have a good counterattack players, speed up front, and so it's critical that we keep that going for our club because it's different than what other clubs play, which is unpredictable. They never catch us easy in the center area, and even if you play teams that are very good at attacking, we don't give them easy opportunities in the center. We don't give them a lot of one-on-ones. Honestly, last 6 years, 7 years almost, I've been coaching semi-professional soccer. We gave up 3 total one-on-ones. And 2 of them was this year because of our defenders completely not covering each other and missing a ball, bouncing ball. And 3 times, think about it, 3 one-on-ones allowed in 6, 7 years. So that's an amazing number. Brad, I asked to unmute you. So if you wanted to say something,
Yeah, I just wanted to make a comment on the very last man back when you were showing everybody how they were sliding and who was going to which marks and how we have our number 5 is very rarely ever marking somebody. Everyone else on the field has a mark. They
Yep.
shouldn't be. I would just wanted to make that comment because we
Yeah,
hadn't said anything about that yet.
we need to keep the first thing I said when we started the meeting was the 5 needs to be not marking. They need to be the deepest option. They need to let other players mark. So if something does go wrong, they'll be our last line of defense. So I'll give an example. Let's just say we are attacking. This is when the second ball comes into play. We just say we just attacked And let's go. Let's put everybody there. Right here. Let's just say this as the ball and outside the box. And this player kind of and 5 is here. 3 is coming outside the box here somewhere. And this player is out here. There's a forward here. There's a forward here. And there's a forward. So what we would like to do is we want to make sure that we put one player in the gap. So the other 2 slides, right? So if we want to mark this player, we do. Okay. And the 6 needs to be sliding in here just in case they clear it to this player. Okay. And this 6 will be deeper. So if this player is in the center wide open, we do want the outside left center back, even though he's there. And technically, center back in the center should be marking him. We want the center back to be the last line of defense. So we want this player to mark the player. Unless there's one call that we don't do this. If this player, 5, that is a playmaker, is a slow player. He's not a fast player, and the other player right here is fast, then yes, you can have this player mark this player, and the fast player should be our last chance of defense. We do not, if you realize, we do not mark this white player right here. You do not want a man mark, because if you man mark, we give them the whole center anyway. We want them to go to outside wide. Once they get the ball wide, we can actually recover from the central position to defend. Much easier and better for you. So make sure you guys mark it. So let's just say we cross the ball and keeper gets it and kicks it to the space. We don't want to get caught like this. This player easily gets the ball, and now this player is running, right? They pass a good ball over, and they're 1-on-1. That's how we get scored. So you want to make sure you tight mark the players in the central positions and leave one center back unmarked and free right here. I will ask to unmute you again, Brad, because I can't. Right now, I mute everybody because there's a couple people that didn't understand how to use that.
Yeah, I know it's fine. I was just driving for a second, so I didn't want to have you hear
Okay.
the background noise, but if you can't
Okay,
hear
no
it, then
worries.
it's separate.
Yeah, no worries. We can't hear anything. That's good. All right. So, any questions about this? Is this kind of touching the subject that you wanted to touch?
Yeah, that was the one thing I just wanted to bring up was the last man and the outside we don't mark unless the ball goes to that outside.
Exactly. Yeah. All right. So, anybody else have any questions, guys? This is no asking questions is just not good. Come on. Coaches, do you have anything? The new coaches, do you have anything? Write it down there.
Chino's asking about corners and the plays, but we're not going to do that over the Zoom.
I'm recording this. So I don't want to do that when I'm recording it, but I can stop the recording now. And I can do that without the recording. We don't want people to share this stuff.